What's up, my people? Happy weekend, guys. Um, but yeah, the week just ended yesterday, and man, I'm here to give the recap of my last week trade and insights for next week. Last week didn't go well for me though. I had 2 consecutive losses, so I was down 2% last week, and that was on gold. So this was what I did, but I knew that okay, it's my fault. I didn't follow my rules. I didn't even trade my setups. So yeah, I'll bear the consequences for these two trade here. This trade was a counter trend trade, but it didn't work out as planned. You know, not a fib level trade. Just saw the support and thought that okay, there will be a bullish move from here, but as you can see, market just followed the trend and sold downwards. Here also, I didn't wait for a proper breakout, also not a fib level retracement. Took a sell because I was seeing the dump and the 4 hours closure. Thought that the market would continue, but it didn't, and we saw a sharp reversal. I think I took that trade on this gold, yeah, on the 4 hours time frame. So after this bearish engulfing here, this first bearish engulfing, I thought that okay, we might be seeing a good dump continuation, but you could see this big bearish bullish reversal. That was what took my sell. So I was down 2% last week, and it was all my fault. I didn't even trade my setups. So that's the consequences for not following the plans. So yeah, let's just dive in straight to what we'll be having this next week. And well, let's see what happens. Plan on making my 2% back this new week. So hold on, guys. I think my network is disturbing. Alright, we are back. So let's just go straight to it. Starting from the daily time frame, draw my zones properly this period. I won't compromise for anything. That was the reason I also took a loss last week. Zones should be zones, not just tiny lines or something like that. This is this resistance and the support zone. And reading the structure, we could see that we have been on a downtrend, and here was the last break of structure to the downside. Let me label that. So here being our lower high and lower low here. So what have we been seeing? Tapping at this support level, we have been seeing equal lows. No clear breakout. Even though we tested 61 fib level and sold down, there wasn't enough selling momentum here to break below this trade here, and we are seeing buyer's rejection from this support zone here. Yeah, so let me go to the 4 hours time frame and mark out the 4 hour zones. Can clearly see this zone as a 4-hour zone. So what are we going to be expecting for next week? For now, gold is still on the downtrend because reading this inner structure, even though it's creating equal lows right here, reading this inner structure here, we are still on a bearish trend. You can see the lower highs and the lower low. So I would advise you just also, I'm waiting to take a fib level entry on gold from then from that zone to the downside. This is because we are still on the downtrend. However, you can be careful too, because since you are seeing rejections from this support level here, we might be seeing a new buy momentum brewing from this zone. So you just got to be patient. But I will understand that even though I take an entry here, as soon as the market hits my SL and break this initial lower high here, this minor lower high, then I'll be convinced that okay, good is going for buys. But for now, I'm still strongly believing on the sales. So here being my minor lower highs and lower low here, I'll just be waiting to take an entry as soon as the market gives me a sell rejection here. Let me go down to the 2 hours so I see this clearly. Yeah. If the market can give me a good sell rejection, I will take this market down to this zone here. So on GU is also very straightforward. This is from the daily time frame. Plotted the zones, the support and resistance, you can see it very clearly. And you can see that as soon as the market got here, you can see this range, this 1 year ago range. As soon as the market got to this zone again, this is the 5th time now this market is testing this support zone. And as soon as the market got here, we could see the buying rejection and the buying pressure to the upside. So currently I'm expecting more buys that should take this market up to this zone. Expecting more buys on GU right now. Coming to the 4 hours, the major time frame where I check my immediate trend and look for entries. Seeing the higher highs and higher lows. This was the last higher low and the higher high. Then I should be expecting a retest around this zone here to take this market back to this place. This is my fib level from the previous higher low to the higher high. I can see that okay, there is a valid zone here, 61 fib level. The market just got to that place and I think it didn't tap fully, but just went back up. There was a sharp rejection there. I just have to be patient. I know that the market will get inside that zone. So as soon as the market gets inside this 61% zone, I'll be buying GU as soon as I see the rejection back to this high here. That's my first TP. Then just put my SL at this zone here and I'll be good. So that's it. This is what I'll be looking at for next week. I won't be trading much. Just waiting to, take my setup. I've fucked up enough already, so I just have to correct my mistake now. Yeah. So see you guys next week.